Sales outreach platforms, AI-powered tools. Outbound is harder now, and more volume isn't the answer. If your outbound feels tougher than it did a couple of years ago, you're not imagining it. Buyer attention is fragmented, inbox filtering is stricter, and generic messaging gets ignored fast. Even with better tooling, many teams still see most campaigns land in the 1 to 5% reply rate range unless targeting and personalization are exceptionally tight. At the same time, the baseline is shifting. Across 2025 benchmarks, the average B2B cold email response rate is around 8.5%, and top performers who personalize deeply often reach 15 to 25%. That gap is the opportunity, because it's rarely caused by better writing alone. It's usually the result of better data, better segmentation, and a better system for consistent multi-channel follow-up. This is where AI-powered sales outreach platforms earn their keep. Adoption is already mainstream. 56% of sales professionals use AI daily, and those users are about 2 times more likely to exceed quota. The goal isn't to sound like a robot or turn SDRs into button pushers. It's to use AI to run tighter plays with fewer wasted touches. What an AI-powered sales outreach platform actually does. A sales outreach platform is the system of action for outbound. It's where contacts get segmented, cadences get built, touches get executed across email, phone, LinkedIn, and activities get logged back to your CRM. The AI layer adds decision support, who to contact, what angle to use, what to test next, and automation, drafting, personalization variables, routing tasks, and next best actions. So reps spend less time pushing data and more time creating pipeline. In practice, most platforms combine a prospecting layer, data and enrichment, a sequencing engine, multi-channel workflow, and an intelligence layer, scoring, copy suggestions, and experimentation. Some also include conversation intelligence, which helps teams coach calls and standardize qualification. The best ones feel less like software and more like an operating system for your outbound sales agency motion, especially when you're coordinating email, a cold calling team, and LinkedIn outreach services in one consistent cadence. That consistency is the point. You'll typically see 4 categories of solutions, and the right choice depends on whether you want to run everything in-house or lean on sales outsourcing with an outsourced sales team. Why AI is changing outbound results and expectations. AI wins first by giving reps their day back. 81% of reps say AI reduces administrative work, with reports of roughly 2 hours saved per day, time that can be reinvested into calling, researching the right accounts, and following up consistently. For any sales development agency, this matters because the real constraint is not ideas, it's rep time and operational consistency. AI also helps meet modern buyer expectations. Around 80% of B2B purchase decisions depend on the experience, and 71% of buyers want more personalized, B2C-like engagement. When you can generate role-based hooks, tailor proof points, and stay consistent across channels, you're not just sending more emails, you're creating a coherent buying experience. Finally, AI makes real personalization feasible at scale. Highly personalized cold emails can lift replies by up to 142%, which is why the best platforms treat personalization as a repeatable system, variables, guardrails, and testing rather than a one-off writing exercise. The teams that win pair AI with strong outbound fundamentals, tight ICP targeting, clean data, disciplined follow-up, and messaging that earns the next step. How to evaluate tools without getting fooled by AI marketing. Start with the non-negotiables: deliverability controls, permissioning, and reliable CRM sync. If the platform can't protect your sending reputation, domains, warm-up practices, throttling, bounce management, or keep your HubSpot, Salesforce data clean, it will create hidden costs fast. Great outbound results require trust in the underlying activity and attribution data, especially if you're comparing internal performance versus a B2B sales agency or SDR agency partner. Next, look for AI that improves decisions, not just copy. Strong platforms help you segment lists, score accounts, and prioritize who gets the highest effort personalization versus lighter touches. Some vendors claim meaningful downstream impact. For example, AI-powered prospecting has been associated with up to a 30% increase in sales qualified leads. So ask how they measure that lift and what inputs drive it. How do you measure it, is the question. Finally, validate workflow fit. Can your team run multi-channel cadences, email, phone, LinkedIn, without friction? And can managers see performance by ICP slice, sequence, and rep? The best AI outreach doesn't eliminate human judgment. It creates guardrails so your team can move faster while staying on message, on brand, and focused on outcomes like replies, meetings, and pipeline. AI doesn't replace great SDRs. It removes the busy work so they can spend their best hours earning conversations. A practical rollout plan that improves replies and meetings. We recommend treating AI enablement like a sales methodology rollout, not a tool install. Begin by auditing your baseline: current reply rates, positive reply rates, meetings booked per 100 contacts, and how much time reps spend weekly on research, logging, and follow-up. When you know the starting point, you can set a concrete goal, like moving a sequence from 3% to 7% replies. Then prove the lift with clean reporting. Run a narrow pilot for 60 days with one ICP segment and 1 or 2 core sequences. Use AI to generate personalized openers and role-based value props, but keep strict guardrails. Short emails, often under 125 words, a single clear CTA, and human review of templates before scaling. This is where an experienced cold email agency approach beats random experimentation. Your test should be intentional, measurable, and designed to protect deliverability. Then go multi-channel with discipline. When teams combine email with channels like LinkedIn in a structured cadence, engagement can jump by 287% and conversions by 300% versus email only. If you're already investing in cold calling services or B2B cold calling services, your outreach platform should make call tasks and follow-ups automatic, so reps stay consistent across touches rather than relying on memory and spreadsheets, because spreadsheets don't follow up for you. Common mistakes that burn domains, budgets, and trust. The fastest way to fail is treating AI like a spam cannon. More generic volume doesn't create more pipeline, it accelerates unsubscribes and deliverability damage, especially when 69% of recipients report marking cold emails as spam due to irrelevance. Use AI to go deeper, not wider. Tighter lists, sharper segmentation, and personalization that's clearly tied to the prospect's role, priorities, and context. The second failure is skipping data hygiene. If your CRM and lists contain bad emails, wrong titles, duplicates, or dead accounts, AI will automate failure faster and at a larger scale. Before you ramp sequences, verify emails, enrich missing fields, deduplicate records, and lock in ICP filters so the platform only targets accurate, on-target contacts, whether you run it internally or through sales outsourcing. The third mistake is letting AI write everything with no guardrails and then measuring the wrong things. Unchecked AI copy can drift off message or invent details, and vanity metrics like opens can look great while meetings stay flat. Opens aren't the goal. Require approved frameworks, Let AI fill specific variables and manage to pipeline metrics: reply rate, positive reply rate, meetings booked, and pipeline created, segmented by sequence and channel. How to optimize performance once the basics are working. Once you've stabilized deliverability and ICP targeting, optimization becomes a game of structured iteration. Use your platform to test one variable at a time: opening hook, proof point, CTA, send window, and persona angle, so you can attribute lift correctly. This is also where AI can continuously suggest next tests based on outcomes, but your team should still enforce clear hypotheses and success thresholds. Lean into personalization where it actually pays back. AI-driven personalization can be powerful, but it should be reserved for the highest value accounts or the most conversion-sensitive steps in the cadence. In many programs, the best pattern is a smart mix: lighter personalization to qualify interest broadly, and deeper personalization for the accounts most likely to convert, especially if your model includes pay-per-appointment lead generation or pay-per-meeting lead generation, where meeting quality matters as much as volume. Finally, unify email and calling into one operating rhythm. Outreach platforms work best when they coordinate reminders, call tasks, and follow-up logic so you get consistent effort across the full cadence. If you're building an internal team, hire SDRs, train managers, build QA, great. Just ensure you have the process discipline. If not, partnering with an outbound sales agency can keep execution tight while your closers focus on discovery and deal cycles. Build in-house or outsource, choosing the fastest path to pipeline. AI platforms don't run themselves. Even the best tools require list-building services, message testing, deliverability management, rep coaching, and weekly reporting discipline. If you have strong sales ops and bandwidth to manage enablement, building in-house can work well. If you don't, outsourcing to a sales agency or SDR agency's partner can be the fastest way to get to consistent meetings without months of hiring and ramp time. At SalesHive, we sit in the agency plus platform hybrid category. We combine US-based and Philippines-based SDR teams with our in-house AI-powered sales outreach platform to run email, calling, and multi-channel outreach end-to-end. Since 2016, we've supported 1,500 plus B2B clients and booked 100,000 plus qualified meetings by pairing strong targeting and copy with AI-driven testing, including our eMod email customization engine. That's a different model than "here's software, good luck," and it's why companies comparing cold calling companies often evaluate us as both a cold calling agency and a cold email agency. Your next step should be simple and measurable. Pick a segment, set a reply rate and meeting rate target, and run a controlled pilot with clean data and multi-channel follow-up. Whether you execute internally or through an outsourced SDR team, the winning formula is the same: tight ICP, clean lists, AI-assisted personalization with guardrails, and reporting that ties activity to pipeline. Do that, and AI becomes a force multiplier, not a gimmick.